Michelle, do you think that we're the only ones that miss quarantine?
No fucking way.
I don't think so either.
No fucking way. Hindsight's 2020, and I feel the nostalgia.
I know it was a bad, sad time in general, but
there were some things that
there were some highlights.
Not gonna lie,
and there were some lowlights. I had both.
I know that there were struggles. I know that all of the seriousness.
We know all the things,
but damn, did I thrive?
Damn diggity. And we're going to dive into that more in just a little bit. But before we do that, Michelle, we have a note from a Margaret Fleming.
Yes, a new
who
listener.
Recently found us. Would you read it?
Lauren, I would love
in lieu of care less, we're going to celebrate a new listener.
Yeah, I would love to and care to read what our new friend Margaret Fleming had to say. She said, I've recently discovered y'all, and wow, this was precisely what I needed. I'm recovering from burnout, been there, and still learning that I don't need to fix myself or grow myself. And just because I feel a bit better does not mean I need to jump into anything big. To do nothing is enough. It is so nice to just have y'all keep me company throughout my day.
Margaret,
wow.
Welcome, Miss Fleming.
So happy she found us.
I am too.
We're her girls.
Honestly, it's like this nonstop need to fix.
No.
Do more.
We're done with that.
We are done with that.
We're done.
You're enough, Margaret. Tell yourself that every single day. So you guys, what's super exciting is we now have a speak pipe, which means
this is not anything you're going to utilize a skateboard for.
No.
We're not going to be doing any crazy tricks.
No, we're not doing like any pipe tricks.
No.
This is, you get to call in and leave us a message.
Can't wait.
A review, a request for topic of conversation, a follow-up of something we've spoken about that you're like, oh my God. So, and we can also play it with your permission. We will play it on our podcast. So the link is in our show notes. Just scroll down on your app and leave us a voice message, please. I'm begging because this is brand new and I need someone to be the very first speak pipe.
I literally have been waiting for this day and cannot wait to bust out some of these messages and explore conversations brought to you by our most important people, our WIFs.
Our WIFs.
For the new folks listening, which stands for Weird Internet Friend, which actually was an acronym and a name we coined during the pandemic.
During the pandemic, which is what we're going to talk about today.
So random.
But you started it. And at first I was like, I don't know, are people going to be? And
are we going to be offending someone?
I'm always wondering that, but no. And it's stuck.
Yeah, I know. And some other people like to try to take it, but they can't have it. It's ours.
And we are still going to have one day a Weird Internet Friend convention
filled with thousands of whiffs.
Whiffs galore. Now, before we dive into our catching up and whatnot, Michelle, we need to give a word to our sponsor, Let It Be Us.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so we want to share a little bit more about what it actually looks like to become an emergency foster parent here in the Chicago area. The biggest thing to know, Michelle, is that you are not doing this alone. So when you sign up to foster, you have support.
A village.
Yes. Families are trained, licensed, and supported every step of the way through Shelter Youth and Family Services with financial support and wrap-around services included. These are short-term placements, usually just 2 to 4 weeks, for kids aged around 7 to 16 years old who need a safe, keyword, safe place to land while longer-term plan is made.
Wow.
And right now, the need is urgent. Without enough homes, some youths are still spending nights in offices or shelters. This program helps change that. So if you live within a 50-mile radius of Arlington Heights and feel even a small pull, you can learn more about Let It Be Us at letitbeus.org. And also to note, if you're like, okay, I want to help this organization, but I don't know if I'm the right person or I'm not ready to foster. There are so many other things you can do
it.
And something else that you can do is join us and Let It Be Us at the Be Mine Gala on May 30th. It's going to be in the West Loop. And through this, you'll find opportunities to share, to donate, and to attend and volunteer, whatnot. There'll be different opportunities.
Incredible organization.
Yeah. So, we feel honored to be partnering up with an organization like this that is doing something for children in need. So thank you, Let It Be Us, for being a sponsor. All right, Michelle, let's roll in. You are getting a makeover.
Not me, Lauren, even though I may look like I need one.
You don't look like it.
My house.
I'm so excited.
The exterior, the final piece. You know, I'll never forget when our brother Ben's mom Carol, who's gone too soon,
Way
told
too
me
soon.
once because she had a beautiful home that she curated, and I remember her one day telling me when I was telling her like I love your house, like everything about it, all the details, and she said, "Your home is something that you build forever." And that was like such like a striking statement for me because it made me realize that my house and the perfect idea of what I wanted, it didn't have to happen overnight. And it's been a process. And so we have been in our house for 18 years this
18
June.
years,
18
Michelle.
years in June. And we finally
I love your house.
I love it so much.
I love your house.
It's just like a cozy, right? I call it a cozy
It's
dump.
a cottage.
It's a cozy cottage, but
It's
I call
what-
it a cozy dump right now.
It is
because
not a dump.
I want that. I can't wait for the exterior to be painted and just to zhuzh up some stuff on the outside. And then I feel like we're done with
And
that.
the inside, you guys did a lot of work in the past year. Like you guys did a ton of work.
Like, we have been working on it since we moved into it because,
That's what homes are.
Yes. And it just has taken time and we've really put thought and like living in it and like figuring out how we wanted it to feel and be. And I love it.
And as your sister and as a guest to your home on many occasions, it's a very cozy home to be a
Thank
guest
you.
in. It's true.
Really?
Yeah, you don't go there and you're not like, oh.
No.
It's not grody and you're not like, where do I sit? It's a cozy home.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different nooks. And with your cozy cafe now,
Oh my God.
that nook is nooking.
Honestly, when I die, can you guys just taxiderm me and put me in the corner of it? I'll just sit there and when everyone comes in.
There are some cultures that do this.
Really?
They don't sit you in their kitchen, but
Oh.
they like have you doing your favorite thing.
Oh, yeah. For me, it would be in the cozy cafe having a coffee. Do you hear what I'm going to do with Kevin,
Gross.
our 9.5 pound miniature black and tan wiener,
No.
when he kicks the bucket?
What are you planning on doing?
Well, I tell the kid, I pet him sometimes and the kids are like, "You're so weird." I look at him and I go, "Oh my God, I love you so much, but I'm never going to have to miss you because after you go, we're going to just stuff you and put you right there where I can see you." Or my other
You should
idea.
do that.
My other idea
What?
though. Remember in the old days when we used to get rabbit paw keychains?
I'm not.
Have
no,
you ever looked
please
at
don't.
Kevin's paws?
Michelle, they're rabbit
I want
paws.
his paw hanging on a keychain.
That's fucked up.
One
And
for
why
me,
were
Ryan,
we doing
Will, and
that? Who started
The rabbit
rabbit-
paw. And were
You should
they
get- you
real
should get-
rabbit paws?
You should get his breath bottled up.
That's a
Sick.
good
In a
idea.
little bottle.
That's
to
a good
kill
idea.
somebody? To
Spray
kill
bottle.
somebody.
Spray it
I
around the
know.
room.
His flora. I think he needs a floss or two. Yeah.
I'm looking up the rabbit foot.
Yeah,
thing.
when did that
That was
start?
fucking gross, you guys. Like,
Rub
let's
the
be
foot.
honest.
It was supposed to be good
no way.
luck.
I would have an Egon foot 100%.
Thank you.
If we
guys.
could.
No,
Thank you.
Egon,
Oh my God. Oh, I would take that in a
Agreed,
second.
Anthony. It's
Wait,
cute.
why having a little foot dangling?
Kevin's paw. I'm sending you a picture next time.
I'm just I mean, I've seen it, but I'm usually
It's just
a little,
darling.
It is. It is
It
darling.
has, and the way it kind of like wrinkles towards the joint, and then he has that like fat little bear claw. But then you look at him and you're like, you're only a 9.5
He's
black and tan,
So cute.
half pounder. He is
Um,
horrible breath.
I different than paws on dogs.
Yeah.
I love when a baby has what I call screw on wrists.
Oh yeah, you can remove.
And I don't
that
want to.
hand
I don't want to. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
It looks like it's been like kind of attached to it
because it's such
the
a
rolls
porker.
the rolls are
Such a
so
little
like
porky.
they've got like a chunky wrist, so it
Totally.
has like a line.
Looks like
in
it had a rubber band.
It's
around
like
the wrist.
yes, but there is no rubber band.
No,
it's just
a fat
flesh.
roll. Just a little fat roll.
It's so
That's how I feel about Kevin's paws.
so cute. So you're getting your makeover.
Yes, we're getting a makeover, so I'm really excited. We're gonna do
Something
some
to look
stucco
forward
repair.
to.
We're gonna paint that, slap a new coat of paint on that house, and yeah, I can't
Cool.
freaking wait. I get sort of a buzz from general contracting any home project.
Yeah,
Like
you do.
I get high off of finding the tradesmen, sourcing the pricing. Like, and Ryan and I are like, I mean, we're taking a couple of trips. We've gone to some various home reno yards where you can pick out
Sure.
decking and what have. I love that
See,
stuff.
I don't know if I have that in me. I don't. That's it.
God.
I love that you have that in
Like
you.
I would love to renovate a small home.
I will tell you what, Anthony and I were talking, and we've done a lot on our home as well. We've been here for like 11 years or something,
Yeah.
maybe more. I don't even know. The kitchen is the last spot that I would
Fun.
love to, but I don't know. It depends. Like, how much longer are we going to be here for? Are we going to be here for a while? That's the one spot of the house where I'm like, I can see, I've got ideas.
Oh my
I would do our
God.
closet. Before,
Oh my God.
In our,
Oh,
in
I
our
love
office.
that.
Oh, our closet is
Your closet, I am jealous
anything
of
to
it.
prevent the piles.
Okay, so we need some, but it's not that bad.
No, it's actually great.
I know. I don't know what he's talking about.
No, we need California closets in there.
Okay, well,
Oh
California
my
closet,
God, you
call
do.
me
That
out.
would be so fun.
Oh,
That would be fun.
I know that's a dopamine rush times 1,000.
When I moved into my condo the first time and got California closets in there.
That your condo did have good, like a good
You
closet.
wouldn't last a hot minute in my house with the closets we got going upstairs.
Next time he comes over, we're going to take
I'm
him
gonna
up there to
show
show
you.
it to him.
I'll
We'll
show you.
take it.
You want to see piles? Buckle up.
See, runs in the family.
It's like exposure therapy.
Exactly.
Get on your brother-in-law thread, and you can talk about another thing you've discovered.
No,
Piles.
We would never.
Piles.
Wait, speaking of clothing.
Oh my God,
Can
Lauren,
I tell you a little bit about it?
I'm loving your sweatshirt.
Thank you. I want to talk about it because it's made by a local lady and I'm obsessed with this. So if you're watching on YouTube or if you follow on Instagram, you'll see it. It's just a hot pink hoodie, but it's got purple and orange and it's tie-dyed.
It's so good.
This is I found her through my friend Maggie. Maggie found her at the Brookfield Farmers Market.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Annie Sifferman and I'm sorry, Annie, I don't know your married name, but I know Annie Sifferman from,
I know the
we go
Siffermans.
back many moons.
We go back to SJC
Wildcats.
Rawr.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And over COVID, which this goes perfectly with our conversation for today, much like a lot of us, Annie got into hobbies and she started tie-dyeing.
Hell yeah. Well,
and
she really mastered
good
it.
at it.
Wow. See what happens when you put your mind to something and you practice?
Dude, she's incredibly talented. She does jewelry now. She's a watercolor artist. She's a tie-dye artist. And her company name is called, it's French and I'm going to butcher it, but it's called Billet Doux.
Billet Doux.
Billet Doux, something like that.
Doux.
French people,
Love
you know it better. And how she came up with this idea is that her and her dad would exchange emails because when he would travel or sometimes he'd go to the West Coast and he would send her the word of the day. And the word of the day, one of the days, like I don't know if he came up with it or if it was like something he received and then he would forward it on to her. One of the words that she received was billet doux. And it means like a little love letter, like a little love note. That's where that came from.
Well, I love the meaning of the word and the story behind that name, how it was chosen.
I'll
That's really
drop
sweet.
her Instagram in our show notes because if there's any cool ass artists to support, we've got a lot of them. We've talked about a lot of them. I just want to spotlight this one because she's exceptionally creative. She's fun to work with. And she does you can set up a time to go to her home. She's got like a little studio and shop in her basement and you can look at all of her amazing things. Yes. So
I tell you what, the Cozy Convo mic flag is really popping on the front of your sweatshirt.
We were talking, listen, her and I spent a couple minutes together yesterday, like, is there a world where we can do some tie-dye TSP stuff?
I want that.
I know. Okay, moving on. Real quick, shout out to our Detroit listeners. I was in Detroit a couple weeks ago for our first bat mitzvah.
Never been.
So fucking fun. Like a wedding. Table numbers, entertainment, DJs. And let me tell you something. The guy MC, because it's a whole thing.
It's a program.
It's so fun. And when I saw the MC guy, all the mom and dads were coming in and saying hi to this guy, and I put together the pieces real quick. He is the MC of all the bar mitzvahs, bar
he's
mitzvahs
the guy
in that area.
Got it. Finger on the pulse. If you're getting bar mitzvah, he's the guy.
He is winning. Right
Got
now.
it.
So, but they were so great. I'm going to say that Luna may have had the best time out of everyone.
Really? Because she's a party animal.
She's a party animal, and at one point, 2 Detroit sports teams mascots showed up, like the Detroit Tigers.
Sure.
I think maybe they're
Lions.
Lions? Tigers is the football.
No, Lions. The Detroit Lions
are
is football.
Yeah,
you're saying Tigers.
I know, but the Tigers I think are baseball.
Oh,
yeah,
Detroit baseball.
And then some other guys showed up, and Luna
lost her mind.
I mean, they were picking her up. She would go dance with them. Core memory.
That's so cute.
So thank you to our friends for having us. It was a wonderful. And I just want to also say that we were supposed to go, the bat mitzvah was supposed to be held at Temple Israel, which was where that fucking madman drove a car through. And this community of people and this family they were just so, they didn't let that define the event. So resilient. Pivoted and they made it happen. And another temple took in them and their event, their celebration rather. And it was an all around wonderful, beautiful experience and quite quite a joy to be a part of.
Yeah.
The program itself, the ceremony was an hour and 15 minutes long.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It's like literally is like a wedding.
It's like a wedding. And I learned from our friends and another friend of mine, a Jewish student, that is a reformed ceremony. So what's Orthodox would have been like an hour and a half, 2 hour long.
Yeah.
So a reformed bat mitzvah was only an hour and 15 minutes.
Fun.
Super cool.
You were really getting in touch with
My Judaism.
my
Jewish side, my
Yep.
Jewish lineage. I felt like
You were digging the music.
the music. Oh my God! Then there was a guy.
The
So you
singing.
would have loved. There was a guy they would just certainly. There was a lot of singing. It's really fun.
Fun.
It is fun.
Fun.
Yeah. So
Did you guys see the Adam Sandler movie about the bat mitzvah?
No.
Wait, are you serious?
No, what
I think
is
you
it?
should watch it. It's
Of course
it's
you
with-
did.
It's we watch every Adam Sandler movie in my house.
I love
but
that.
it's like it's the whole thing is about being bat mitzvah
Bat mitzvah.
and everything that you're talking about, like the big to do around the event. But then
Oh.
there was also a big drama there as well. I think the friends got into an argument and one of them wasn't invited, but you really get to go and see. That was the closest I've ever gotten to.
you need to
to
get
one.
yourself invited, or the pigs need to be like the after party, or like
Well,
was
I
a
don't know if
joy.
that's- I don't know if that's kosher.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I don't-
yeah,
oh,
actually,
yeah.
you're
Oh,
right,
shoot,
Anthony.
that's a
Ba-dum,
really
bum.
ba-dum-bum. Good point. My favorite part of the ceremony.
Although they have a great sense of humor.
They do. Yeah, it was really fun. When our friend Ari, they take the Torah, which is like their scripture, and they kind of parade it down the aisle, and people like tap it and kiss,
Okay.
or they do some sort of like
Cool.
gesture. And it was just
A cultural
a cultural
experience.
experience. And I just was
Here
really
for it.
felt honored to be a
Love
part of it. It was great.
It was great.
And Luna will be invited to all the other ones to
Oh,
come
man.
because she was
Partier.
She got that huge turd out. That's what it was
Yeah.
holding her back.
Oh,
she
yeah.
was a little constipated.
So
And then
she showed that turd who's boss.
she did.
and
She's
then
like, I'm not leaving this party. So her and I went and worked on it, worked it out, and she came
in
back.
a big girl potty.
No,
She was
But
just.
we're still working
scooting.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
Party diapers.
listen. As
Yeah.
I always say,
Party
you know
diaper.
what? Do you know
Party
any?
diaper.
Do you know any adults? We don't need to go to the dark side with this joke. Pooping in their pants. No, everybody eventually learns.
yeah, you all figure
know,
it out.
we do.
Yeah, and it was great. So
Mhm.
yeah, but Detroit, cool fucking city,
Hell
man. Hometown of Motown, right?
Yep.
They have one of the best farmers markets, open air markets I've ever been to.
Really
All of my succulents you see here on my mantle
are from there.
These gigantic succulents, 3 for $7.
Wow.
They're selling these at your local nursery for
yeah.
$12
There
a
you go.
pop.
What was it called?
Well,
East End Market or Eastern Market?
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. Remember my friend Marlo, my old neighbor Marlo
Yes.
Bendon?
Was she from Detroit?
She lives in Plymouth, Michigan, which is right there, and she has a small business. I want to say it's like a community kitchen of sorts, but
Cool.
she supports like artisan makers.
We got to ask her about this.
Absolutely.
And question, is it Detroit or Detroit?
Well, it depends on where you're from.
I don't know.
There
So
you go.
our whiffs, our listeners from Detroit, thank you for
Detroit.
listening. And I would go back 100% even just to go explore more. Good stuff happening in
Hell
Detroit.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, before we dive into our hot topic of why is quarantine so
Oh my
nostalgic?
God, I can't wait to talk about
Why
this.
are we nostalgic for quarantine? We want to say thank you to Chicago Wealth Management Group for sponsoring our podcast. And 'tis the season, Michelle.
Yeah.
Tax season is
It's here.
here.
I mean,
Greg-
I think when does this podcast go out?
It's going to be like the due date. So
Yeah.
if you got an extension, you need help.
exactly.
And if you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Also, the 529,
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
college
plans,
accounts
college
and
savings
planning.
accounts.
There are loopholes, laws that are changed, different things that like I don't think
We don't
this-
know
the
about, but
we
Rick
don't
knows
know,
about.
But Rick at Chicago Wealth Management Group knows about,
Mhm.
and he is celebrating his 25th year on the job.
So he knows his shit, is what you're
Is
saying.
that like a 10 year? Is that like a veteran, a senior?
It's just a
like
guy
what-
that's been around the block and he knows the innards and outers of this biz.
So if you guys want to learn more about Chicago Wealth Management Group, please head to our show notes where you will find out even more about this amazing financial business that can help steer you in the right directions. And for your benefit too, not for theirs. All right, you guys, let's move into our hot topic. So back on March, it was March 13th. It was Friday the 13th of this year was the 6-year anniversary of like the emergency COVID shutdown.
Damn.
And
6 years.
Yeah, and can I tell you what happened to us? I don't think I've ever told you this story.
Oh, this is a first timer
I
for
think
me?
so.
Let's hear it.
On that day, that March 13th, that was that was the Friday before St. Patrick's Day here in Chicago.
Okay.
And in Chicago, St. Patrick's Day, as many of us know,
Big
is
deal.
a big deal.
Borg Nation.
Well, by the way, Borg.
Blackout Rage Gallon.
Okay, this is new. It's got to be new this year.
No, it's not new this year, but I've seen it. I've seen Borgs on the train platforms.
I've never
in the
seen
Grange
Borgs before.
Seen them.
So a Borg is you take a milk gallon,
Yeah.
and you fill it with, what are we filling it with?
You're filling it with vodka and Gatorade.
That's
You're
it.
filling it
So it's
with
like a big ass
jug of
booze.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
like
I
a Long Island iced tea
times
in
100
a gallon.
In a gallon. Because it's funny because I saw some photos from St. Patrick's Day and cops with the Borgs
Emptying
on
them.
top of their cop car. I'm like, what is this
Yep.
shit? Well, we figured that out. So in 2020 on March 13th, Anthony and I are like, oh, okay, I guess we're living. This is it. There's a pandemic.
Time to get your toilet paper and paper
Time to
towels.
do some things.
Get some bottled water.
Now, before I hop into this story, I want to tell our listeners that I saw COVID coming because I was watching it carefully via my newspaper.
Yep.
I shared this with you the other day. I was reading I would get the New York Times, and in December of 2019, I saw this virus in China happening on page 14. And then every week it would get a little bit closer, and then you'd see it again. And by obviously February-ish, March, it was front page newspaper shit. And I'm like, this is it. We're going down.
Yep. Red alert, SOS.
This virus has landed. And I think the first virus landed in DC was how that happened. And then there was, the WHO, and everyone decided we are shutting shit down.
Not to be confused with the famous rock band.
No. WHO, World Health Organization.
Yep.
And so on that night, I think Anthony and I decided, we were like, let's kind of lean into this. So we watched Contagion.
Oh, because you guys are fucking weird like that. What?
It's either that or Outbreak. Have you seen either one of these?
Okay. I've seen Outbreak. Mom loved Outbreak.
With
Dustin Hoffman.
And Renee Russo.
Yes.
That was a good flick.
Great flick.
Patrick Dempsey even makes a cameo in that.
Is he like
he gets bit by the monkey and he's like dying underneath the plastic. It's bad. And then, of course, Contagion is with Gwen Paltrow and Matt Damon.
Oh.
Is Jude Law in that? Is Jude Law in Contagion? Right? I thought so. And that, did you know, was filmed, one of the grocery scenes, or a scene was filmed at the old Tischler's.
Oh my God,
in Western
yes, I did
Springs.
know that. Yes, I did.
Fun.
Wow, that's so random.
Yeah, so random.
So where was the rest of that film?
I don't know
made?
if it was here or
Isn't
where.
that
It's
so
I know
weird
how they
that
pick
happens?
and choose spots.
Must have known
So-
somebody.
I could look into that, but
Look into that for
Yeah.
us. But Anthony and I decided to watch a movie to lean into the quarantine. And then all of a sudden we hear hooting and hollering outside, which is not a big deal because we live like on a college campus kind of. And so I figured it was some rando.
Yeah.
I mean, and then I look out the window and I hear someone like, just like making, they're like, God damn it, horror. And I'm like, what's going on? Like I look and it's our neighbor, Alex.
What's Alex doing?
Alex is,
thought we were going to hide his name, but
all right, it's
he
Alex.
moved out of town. So
I don't even know where Alex is anymore.
What if
Look
he's your biggest fan? And now he's
Then
here.
Alex, this story is for you. Alex is outside, like kicking the tires of a white Jetta outside, and he's like punching the car.
He's pissed.
He's pissed, and I'm like, "What is going on?"
What's the matter, Alex?
Plus, he lives next door. I'm not sure why he was trying to get into his car, but anyways, we go outside, and I think Anthony, you then went outside, and you were like, "Alex, what's going on?"
He was blacked out.
He was
I could tell in
blacked
about 3 seconds because
Okay.
I have friends who black out just like that, and they black out to the point
He
where they're
was-
like they know what town they're in.
He had no idea what's going on. He had green all over. He was out all day long.
Got it. He was at
And
the parade.
Alex is like 50. He's not like 18. He's like
He needed
50.
and he needed to get in his car because he needed the keys to get into his house.
That's what it was. His keys were in his car. Bad news. That wasn't his white Jetta. He was so
Oh, he was
drunk.
special.
It was just another Jetta.
But it
Got
was kind of a mind fuck for him because
Same
it
exact
was a
make and
white
model.
Jetta parked
Random.
across the street
right
from
across
him.
the street from his house. This like would make sense, but he is beating the shit out of this car.
He couldn't speak English.
Yeah, couldn't speak English, and we've known this guy forever. Like living here, had no idea that he had that kind of party animalism in him.
That's kind of funny.
We found
So-
out later when we called his girlfriend and our other neighbor like, oh, Alex, like
Oh.
it's
Alex
a
is-
thing.
yeah.
Oh, we know Alex.
So Anthony brings him inside the house because we can't get him into his house. So we take him in. And Anthony's like, okay, listen, I'm going to go with his keys and find his car. I guess he was partying over on Taylor Street.
Well, also like it was it was the height of quarantine, and now we're letting this guy.
Yeah,
in.
this
We
random
sat
guy
him-
in that
And
literally.
how scared were you?
I wasn't scared at all at this point because I wasn't worried about that yet. Anthony was just
We
like,
were-
you asked
We
me.
were a little concerned.
We were,
like,
but we
'cause-
weren't. Not my health anxiety had not peaked
Yeah,
at that
but
point.
I remember it was like, let's sit him down at the chair at the end of the house and like not let him.
Yeah, because he'd been at the bar all day,
bar crawling.
bar crawling, and so Anthony did ask me. He's like, "Are you okay with me leaving you alone with him?" Like, and we
Yeah.
knew him.
yeah.
I'm like, Anthony, I would knock this guy out.
Yeah. Alex is not going to be an
Alex,
issue.
first of all, he's passed out. He's
yeah,
snoring.
Alex just fell asleep.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
He
So
gone.
he slept on the couch. And then we finally got him back to his, Anthony, I think, got his car, drove it back, and we put him back. Somehow he made it back to his house. But that was the
Wow.
first night.
I had to go with
that-
his key,
Yes.
clicking at random.
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
night.
that's quite an
You're
adventure.
good neighbor.
And I found it. Yeah.
And he found him, brought it home. We got Alex home safe and sound. And that is how our first night of quarantine started.
God.
Do you remember your first night?
I believe my kids were in 5th grade. They were playing what was called CPFRO, which was like their school inter-school league basketball. We got a call that the games were canceled, like the whole thing was shut down, and they were going to be doing e-learning.
Oh, so like right off the bat, you learned that e-learning was taking place.
Very quickly. And that was the beginning of our family having a movie night
Every night.
every single night. And my kids were literally at the perfect age.
I
They
was gonna
were
say.
in 5th grade. It was like this, we were starting to get amped up into the busyness of extracurriculars. They were getting a little bit older. I kind of felt, like our mom had only died a year before that. So I had
Thank
kind of,
God.
yeah, thank God. Think about
Sorry.
it every day.
I think about it all
Think about it
the
every
time.
day.
And I feel very bad for
No.
people who died, whose loved ones died and they couldn't have a proper
No,
giveaway,
Thank
send off. Thank God.
fucking God.
And the people who had sick loved ones and they couldn't visit them.
And
Thank
they-
God mom died.
No, thank God. But I just remember hunkering down.
Hunker bunker.
Now there were things that and just like snuggling on my kids and just like hanging out. Epic family time bonding. The most epic family
What about
bonding.
drinking at 2 p.m. every day?
And also getting bombed. Bombed and bonding.
bombed and
A
bonding.
drink. We were Ryan and I were leveling.
Same.
Bourbon.
Oh, leveling. Oh, okay. I thought you meant
Leveling
like
bourbon.
leveling up. We were leveling up. We were making like bougie cocktails. Mezcal
yeah.
Negronis were our
We were drinking Manhattans and old fashions.
yum.
Yeah. And our kids
Yes.
were saying, Mom, are you an alcoholic? Yep.
Yep.
The answer is yes. And it was like getting to the point where my body was starting to ache
Oh, shit.
from just like being an alcoholic and like a loser.
Huge loser.
Huge.
You know, I found myself, and I think about this too, because I was hell bent on it back then. I was, we couldn't teach yoga at the
Oh,
studio. So
yeah.
I was teaching it
For free.
at home for free.
Giving it away.
Giving it away. Because in my mind, I was like, I'm going to heal the world.
Heal the world.
Let's make it a better place
I'll give
for you
yoga
and for
free.
me and the entire human race.
You don't need to pay $1. I'll just break
I
my
could have
back
made
for free.
yeah. But I mean, I loved it because it was fun and I was used to teaching.
Yeah.
But looking back, I was like, businesswoman,
God. Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah. No one was
I
thinking
was hell
clear.
bent on not paying.
No one was
or
thinking clearly.
No,
then.
nobody.
It was a weird ass time.
It was such a weird ass time, but it is such like sometimes it's like in my bones. I long
Yeah.
for the slowness of
The
it.
nothingness.
Anthony and I, we got really into like
Same.
puzzles, making different
Same.
recipes.
We busted out the Lego
tie-dyeing.
bin. That thing was out 24/7.
Yes. There were like those were like the
Mhm.
highlights of it, and I think for it, like on a mental health, there was detrimental effects that it took on mental health
Yeah.
for people, and then I think from my perspective, I'll speak for myself, was that it felt good to stop for a minute.
Yeah.
As a human, I was like,
Felt
wait
good.
a second, this feels
Felt
good.
amazing. And I think that moment in time created a great shift in the society's views on really like what is important
Totally.
in life. And like maybe
For a lot of reasons.
just the fast pace, grind it out every second really isn't the best way.
No, and there were other things that came out of it. Even for you and I, we started our Live at 5 segment. We were doing it first. We started every single day at 5 o'clock. We'd go on Instagram live.
Still have PTSD
from
about that
one
time I did that
episode.
cooking show.
But we created something out of it. And I think a lot of people
Loved it.
They leaned into the arts,
community.
the crafts, the community. We made friendships on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, there were a lot of really interesting pros.
Yeah.
My friend Maggie and I, we started like a week, maybe tri-weekly tradition of meeting for a cocktail on Zoom and discussing the New York Times that we read. And our friendship flourished. She also didn't live in the States, so that also helped.
Oh yeah, was she in Atlanta?
Where the fuck was she? I don't know where she was at this point. No, she wasn't at Atlanta. She may have been in Austin. She may have been in Texas. I can't keep track. But our relationship flourished under these circumstances. And I don't really know why. It's always been strong, but there was something special about having the opportunity. We have nowhere else to go, so we might as well connect with the people that we love.
While people there was some casualties of COVID that took
there were many
fucking down to the ground. I felt bad at how well I was living in that moment.
But I did some research, and a lot.
I was like, this is not connecting with me. I just couldn't have felt better.
You're not the only one. Like in my research, there are a lot of people who also long for the slowness, who long for like, oh, I don't have to keep track of everything I'm doing. This feels really good to just kind of be waking up, and I don't know.
I can't speak for anybody else, but I feel like the timing for myself, and like I had said before, having mom just passing the year before,
that was a blessing.
It felt like for me, the timing, it was like a gift from God, because I was like, it was so many years of so much shit on top of being a mom and a home. I was going to say home wrecker, but
no,
that's
you're not a home wrecker. I was going to say, who are you sleeping with?
Do you know what I'm saying? So when COVID came, I was kind of like, holy shit, you mean I can't leave? Like I have no choice. I have to stay there. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like the first 2-ish months, people were scared, frustrated, kind of leaning into the slowing down. I mean, I was glued to like CNN watching like the bad, of course, the bad part of COVID, which was like people dying. We were watching the numbers and
the mental health aspect. The educating behind a screen was an absolute fucking
nightmare.
fail. My kids were they did not help their cause.
And also like selfishly, I was thrilled that we didn't have a kid either.
Literally.
Like really happy if I had a top. Now knowing what it's like to have a kid, especially a youngin at that age, during that time, I would have been. This conversation would be so different.
And the kids that were in high school at this time that were getting to go off to college, they didn't get any of those one-time things like prom and senior, your trip or, going away to college. They were like literally in class behind their computer on their back in their pajamas. That sucked.
It sucked. Like that's the thing, that there were like there were some like, wow moments. And then there was a lot of catastrophe and loss. It was and grieving and mental health and alcoholism and addiction problems.
Yes, all of the
and
above.
Also, like, I'm just thinking, if you lived in an unsafe
home or like a toxic household, that actually was horrific.
Like, we're really lucky that we can have this conversation. And I do want to say, I'm sorry to anyone that if your COVID experience was super fucking different.
Yeah.
But then I will say though, my mental health went down the dumpster real soon, because my health anxiety
went in a high gear.
Spiraled.
Yep. And that's when I started to have to lie to you. That's when I was going to just go ahead and withhold all of the details of my life, because I
was scared.
I was like, okay, we are washing vegetables with rubber gloves.
I was
outside.
I went to... I was what? Outside? What do you mean?
People were like washing their vegetables outside.
I was
fumigating.
Bad. I was that person.
You were.
Well, I will tell you something.
I'm glad we can laugh about it
We
now.
can. And not looking back, I'm also slightly embarrassed about it. But
no, we all did some weird things.
We all did. But I feel like I'm not the only one. I know people whose hands were raw and chapped because of the amount of time they had babies, and their hands were like, they were like injured from all of the washing, and it was bad. But I remember being at Whole Foods and I saw a woman who had a literally mask on. This was before shutdown, and gloves on and mask on, and like not just a mask, but like a visor mask. And I'm thinking like, wow, what does she know that I don't know right now? And I feel like she just saw it coming. She was probably fucking also like me, probably
think maybe-
super scared. But she also, and this might be a cultural thing, and I'm super interested in this. She was an Asian woman, and and it came from China. So I was kind of connecting the dots, and I'm like, maybe she knows more about how this thing transfers.
Well, and remember, like when SARS was a thing, I feel like the first time I saw images of folks in China walking around with masks was during a SARS epidemic or something like that.
Yeah, and
I feel like masking up was sort of not a foreign thing to folks in Asia.
Of course, no, I don't think so
and
either.
So when that mask thing was a tough one for me. I struggled to hear people. I struggled to
I'm laughing
understand.
because yours usually sat under sat under your
and that
nose
was a trigger for
me.
you. And that was a trigger for you. Yes, I know.
I'm like, Michelle, please put it. I can't stand looking at it. It's like your dick hanging out.
Yeah.
It's like wearing a condom on your ball sack.
And then it was just like that was just like maddening.
But
too,
then again,
but also funny.
You didn't have COVID. And I was scared of you.
Yeah.
But that was my own. I told Anthony at one point he betrayed me because he went somewhere and hung out with people.
I'm glad you guys made it out. Anthony just took a big cleansing breath just now.
I couldn't help it though. But that's just also, I didn't know how this thing worked. I was so
Nor
scared.
did anyone else.
I know.
And it seemed like the people in charge weren't quite 100% sure either.
Same. And that's the thing though. Like I have a huge amount of compassion and respect for these people who tried their hardest. I mean, again,
I don't think anybody's goal was to hurt people.
I don't either. And I really,
I'm
I feel
never
like
going to think that.
Same. And I just feel like no one wants to be put in that position. But
then, of course, once again, we were put in that position, and even a mask became a political.
That's what I was. Yes. Then COVID turned into a political thing. And
so then on top of that, then you're having like the breakdown of family.
Yes, and friendships which what?
No, and then thankfully Let Them was born, so we were able to get back to that.
Oh yeah, that's right. You read Let Them and you're like, let them. Yeah, but same, I agree. And then there was the conspiracy theories. And that was like, I'll never forget someone posted like,
the nostalgia.
Yeah, you guys. The Venice Canal has healed. The dolphins have returned. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
We're in trouble.
And that is another moment of social media that was like rip roaring terrifying because you're like, oh, I found some friends, but also QAnon? Wait, what's going on over here? Like this is all made up and we're being locked down because remember they're building 5Gs. They want
the 5G, the cancer causers.
Yes, and they wanted to keep us in our homes. That was another the conspiracy theories that ran wild during COVID. And now I feel like we just are in a constant state of conspiracy theory.
Yeah, you've always got to be like, pachow, pachow. I'm defending myself.
True or false?
Wills has mentioned many a times the nostalgia he has for COVID.
Really?
Because that was when he was what was the gaming that they would do? Fortnite. He was like popular then. And he was like, Mom, remember when you thought we were all getting like totally like warped and like we were going to dark place playing? He goes, Fortnite. Well, you thought that I was gonna die from Fortnite. He's like, literally, it was like the most fun time ever.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then honestly and then I was thinking like, how did that start? Right. So like, like going out and then like, the masks, and like feeling like if you're wearing one, you're aligning in this way.
You're a lib.
Yeah, literally. And if you're not, then you're not. And it was like, there was a lot. And then, then you had that was 2020, right? And 2020 was a fucked up year because then you had the George Floyd, then you had protests and riots. Yeah. And it was
dark
like,
days.
You felt like the world, then you felt like the world was just straight up on fire.
Yeah, pile on.
Dumpster
fire. And every year when I hang up my ornaments on my Christmas tree, I LOL because one ornament is of a hand sanitizer and one ornament is of a dumpster fire.
And was that both from 2020?
And I laugh so hard. I'm like, the memories of the weirdest, strangely nostalgic time. I can't explain it.
Because the nostalgia was, I think, those first few months of quarantine.
Being home. And then it
got fucked up.
And then it ran you dry.
It did. And then you're just like kind of weirded out, scared.
Yeah. That's when I formed my pod and I started lying to you about who I was hanging out with.
And I would have lied to me too.
And I was
lying to Lauren.
I had my pod, my safety group.
I got mental health issues.
Playing rummy cubes in secret. Like we were on the Underground Railroad.
Okay, Harriet.
Yep.
I'm glad you did that. Don't let me stop you guys from having fun.
And I
during
think
COVID.
that contributed to my thriving, honestly.
Because you were like, you were.
Because also, as Ryan says, rules don't apply.
No,
I mean,
you break the rules.
I'm really not great at following them. They really seem more like suggestions to me. And
where I'm like, where do I get my stamps?
Exactly.
You want to see my vaccination card? Here
Yeah,
it
and
is.
I'm like,
I tattooed
Luna.
it.
That's Luna, the little rule follower.
yeah, not me.
The vaccination
Me is not
cards.
a rule
Oh my
follower
God, the
either.
vaccination cards.
Oh, I can't.
That's
Are
another
those
thing.
weird ass vaccination stations that you would go and get tested?
No, the testing.
The testing
The Q-tip.
stations.
The Q-tips.
So
I mean,
I was like,
wild
what's
times.
what's happening?
What's happening?
I'm like, you've just taken. You're cloning me. This is.
Wait,
I don't.
did you even get tested? I don't
Yeah.
believe you. Really?
Because I had to prove that I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But let's talk about this though. We had to prove, like, honestly, we have an immunosuppressant. We have a chronic. Then there was like chronically ill people in your family, and it was like, or loved ones. It's
I
like,
hated that.
how do you? I would do, and that was so much part of
Tremendously
my
difficult.
health anxiety
I
was
hated that.
getting anyone else sick, and I was like, well, I'll do whatever I have to do to not get anyone else sick. So I'll be that health anxious person.
Not everyone agreed with that viewpoint.
I know. And but honestly, I think there's a happy medium, and I think I really was not in the healthy medium.
No, you just whatever. You were scared, and I get it, but it just felt weird. Like you couldn't even hug somebody anymore, and I just like everything that like actually like makes you feel better and like say, those things were eliminated.
It was
and
like community.
And it just literally contributed to, on the negative, an absolute spiral and downfall for anybody that was in a sort of on shaky ground from the start.
100%.
I wonder if other countries like Scandinavia or some of these other countries are as wounded by what happened as we are, because we're so like hell bent on our freedom and like fuck that. Like I wonder if for them it's like, yeah, that was bad, but like we did what we had to do. Because I do feel like we have that tilt.
Was COVID the final like straw in our division in this country?
I think it really helped
it really stoked the flame of the political divisiveness in this country. And I'm willing to bet that the Scandinavian countries aren't experiencing that.
I feel like in Italy they were like smoking cigs on the patio.
Wasn't Jan 6, 2020 and COVID was like right after that?
Right after that.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
2020 was January 6th.
And then
so you
COVID
had
was March.
an attempted overthrow of the government, and then we got locked up. Then we had riots because of George Floyd, and then it just honestly
was a
it's
dumpster
weird.
fire.
Thinking about that timeline though, Anthony, weirds me out because I didn't realize how close January 6th and quarantine
I actually
were.
completely forgot about
right?
that.
Am I
For
wrong?
some, no, it was 20. It's not January 6th. Jan 6 was not. Yes, it was 2020.
Yeah.
See, Jan
And then
6.
and then the thing, then it was
just a stain on the history.
I'm gonna bite my tongue, but
No, you are wrong. I'm sorry. It's
2021.
Okay. I was gonna say that seemed odd. 2020 was COVID, George Floyd riots, and then Jan 6 was 2021 because the election was 2020.
Correct.
That was okay. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Glad
So we
we've
gotta
got
go
the
back.
old internet for fact checking, or else it would have been for a tailspin there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you know what the thing is too, like, is that freaking health anxiety then like it bled into like my pregnancy and delivery.
Yeah, that sucks. That was just like that. You were anybody that had a baby or was navigating anything that required going to a hospital.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Sucked.
I will say that I was on the tail end of it probably because after we gave birth to Luna, like they took my blood pressure was high going in when they took my COVID test and they're like, you're negative. They're like, wow, your blood pressure is literally, we're watching your blood pressure drop right now. Cause I was so anxious.
That you thought you might be positive.
Again. Yes. Just scared. And then after I had Luna, I had a moment that I was like, do I need to like go check myself in? I thought I had COVID. I thought it, this is where I think sometimes I've got OCD. I literally manifested the idea that I had COVID, and then I was scared to death to go near Luna because I thought I was going to give her COVID. And guess what? Didn't have COVID.
I had COVID.
Oh, you're
I'm
going.
just feeling. I'm just thinking, you guys, about what I said prior to earlier in the conversation, and I'm just like feeling bad thinking about all of the families who had like
Oh, yes.
That working families who had like small children and required daycare, or they had school age children that were little, that they weren't like my age. My kids definitely suffered a fallout from learning behind a screen, but there were children that needed to learn how to read.
Yeah,
and it just, that was so hard on these families.
Absolutely.
And I
don't think anyone's thinking that because you said that you thrived for a certain amount of months when the world shut down. First of all, you're not alone in that. I think there are people that in good situations.
Yeah.
And let's also be mindful
very
of the
lucky
fact,
about that phase of life.
But also let's talk about how unlucky you were prior to
7 years before that.
You
crying
were going
every
through
day.
Exactly. So like this
Burnout
is a
nation.
personal reflection and experience.
Yeah.
And we are, we discussed openly here that not everyone had that same fucking situation.
Correct.
And a lot of people fucking died too.
Yep.
I mean, COVID was very real and this is not, we're not looking to get political over it. We're just talking about our personal experiences.
Yep.
I found the first 2 months cozy and then I began to spiral.
Yeah.
The day drinking was fun. Like
it was fun.
Guiltless, let's have a drink and play
it was.
chess.
And I think that some people who were able to
could
and
others
and
really
leaned into it. And a lot of people suffered
a lot
from
of lives.
It did.
It did.
And I guess here, you know what I would want to end this with is that I hope that the powers that be are somehow saying, hey, let's reflect on that situation and how do we make it better and more sustainable and make families safer the next time around, because pandemics happen. This is not the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, we hear about this throughout history. Shit happens, but it's how do we learn from the last time and how do we make things available for people the next time this comes around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed,
I mean, it was like, it was one of those wildest moments.
Times.
I mean, I think about it. We went through 9/11. We've gone through COVID. We've gone through Bill Clinton making out with the intern. What else have we gone through?
A lot of big stuff.
So many fucking things. Different wars. I mean, we have endured a lot as humans at this moment.
Think about like the young Gen Zers, like they've grown up in like chaos. Like
Yes.
I think about that a lot.
I wonder, and I think about these times, and I'm like, when was there ever like a good blood pressure for the country? Like when things were just like chill. Was that when was that?
I mean, no, I don't know if there ever is really, but I'm telling you, the
gotta
90s,
be.
baby, the 90s,
and there was shit in the 90s, but
when
not.
all those like Spielberg movies were coming out in the 80s, you know.
I mean, good times. Yeah.
Indiana Jones, E.T.
These were good times.
I love all those movies.
Goonies.
Love all those.
I mean,
movies.
I feel like
times.
they
Good
were
times,
good times.
Good times,
and that just
dude.
is an important reminder that like the world might always be chaotic, and it's really up to individuals to seek out what brings them joy and keeps them balanced. And I swear to God, for me, it really has been detaching myself from like social media. For me, I'm like, how as a human can I thrive in a very chaotic world?
Yeah, there's a balance, and constant connection to the device is going to throw you off kilter 100%.
Well, that is that.
Love that. Good convo.
All right. Well, that wraps up. Was COVID cozy or not?
Kinda.
I mean, for you,
it's pretty fucking cozy.
For me, until I started to then, spin out.
And then we really didn't. And then I was lying, and then I had to be dishonest. But then we made it through.
I'll never forget. I mean, I met up with, it wasn't just you. Just so you guys know, it wasn't just you guys. No. It was everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally thought like, a person walking past my house can give me COVID. I mean, I could have been a case study for a mental health deterioration.
I wanted to have compassion and empathy, and I also wanted to fucking punch you in the face.
Just remember, I've got mental health issues.
I know, but they're back on track.
They are better.
Thanks to the brick.
I'm going to tattoo that on my arm.
What are you going to put on your arm?
She's got mental health issues. So
you do. It's true. That's honestly.
But she's so cute.
I try my hardest, and I just work on it. Okay, you guys.
We all have things.
We all have things. As we move into reading, watching, listening to, we would like to thank Posey Law Group for being one of our outstanding partners. You guys, we've shared this, but she's our lawyer as well.
Yep.
And our partner, not in business, but as in sponsorship partner. And we have been thoroughly grateful. And we have received so much education from Stephanie so that we can run our business legally.
Mm-hmm. She instills confidence because we know that when we're working with Stephanie, we are mitigating risk and protecting our business.
And you know what else too, now that I think even more about our relationship with Stephanie, she has pumped us up and she has reminded us that we have worked so hard, that the sister project is something. It's not just
we matter.
No, for real.
Our work matters.
She honestly has reminded us that like you guys are creators.
Yeah.
And that is property
that's
of
important.
yours. And
You
it's
need to
important to
protect it.
protect it.
Yes.
And if we had not had that with Stephanie,
Yeah.
we'd be raw dogging it and hoping no one steals our ideas. And honestly, people steal people's ideas. And so if you are creating a business,
don't let them do that.
Don't let them do that. And if you are creating a business and you're attaching your name to something you're writing, creating, whatever it might be, you do actually have to talk to a lawyer about it, because people, if they see your idea or they see that your idea, people are liking your idea, they will fucking steal it. This happens all the time. That's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Protect your shit and call Posey Law Group to help you do that. Michelle, reading. I'm reading Substacks, but there's something else I wanted to tell you about Substack.
What?
You can listen to them too.
Love
a little mini podcast. And
what do you mean? You can listen to what you want to read if you want to choose
if I
to listen.
Exactly. So I'm kind of getting into the vagus nerve. I'm learning a little bit about it. I'm kind of interested
Our
in
body's
it.
calm button.
Yes, but did you know it starts at the brain stem and it goes throughout your whole body and it basically touches every organ. And it's basically a system to help us realize what is affecting us.
Now,
It's
is the
so
vagus
fascinating.
nerve the nerve that can be, is that what we affect when we slow down our breathing?
Parasympathetic nervous system. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not so much. And what I've been reading about is that it's not something that needs fixing. You don't, all different opinions, but one of the things I read that I was like, this is fascinating, because when I started to have what I felt like imbalance in my like nervous system and anxiety, I started reading about the vagus nerve, and I was like, oh, I need to fix it. And I read something that was like, think about it this way. It's maybe don't think about how you have to fix or manipulate your vagus nerve. More so, what is it telling you? What should you be listening to when you feel your body?
When you feel yourself being activated.
Yeah. So
I love that.
It's really cool. So, but I learned that through a Substack that I listened to.
Very
so
cool.
if you're into Substack, but you don't have all the time to read the long form, you can scroll down and press play.
Love it.
Michelle, what are you watching?
Oh my God. I'm watching Rooster on HBO with Steve Carell.
Oh.
And I am absolutely obsessed. First of all, it's set on a college campus in the fall. So cozy alert. Steve Carell is actually a beach read. He's the author of Beach Reads.
Is he a ghostwriter?
No,
Okay.
He writes his own books.
Okay.
His daughter is a professor on said college campus.
Okay.
She and her husband are experiencing some marital troubles. Her husband stepped out, decided to impregnate a student on campus.
That's not a good idea.
And Steve Carell has come back on campus to be with his daughter.
Oh, it's cute?
It's adorable and it's hysterical.
I love Steve.
And it's giving Gilmore Girls meets Nancy Myers.
Okay, wait.
So it's like cozy, but with a Nancy Myers aesthetic and a tish of hysterical comedy.
I did not realize this.
Now, there's a dude, I cannot remember what character he was in Scrubs. There's another actor on this show. He's the dean of the camp.
John C. McGinley, Walter.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let me see.
Great.
He's great.
He's absolutely fucking hysterical.
Okay.
And I just can't get enough. Ryan and I are obsessed with this show.
What about Robbie Hoffman, Mo?
Is he the son-in-law?
It's her.
Oh, she
Is that the
is
daughter?
no, she is the roommate to she's a friend of the daughter.
So I've seen some of her stuff pop up.
No, sorry. She is a friend of the mistress.
Oh, okay. And then Connie Brighton is in it. Brighton.
Yes, but I don't think I've met her character yet.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Anthony, I heard that you have a Drop It Like It's Hot today.
Yes. Project Hail Mary. I've seen it twice now in theaters. One accidentally was a 4DX
That's
experience.
insane.
Have you ever done 4D?
Yeah, in Disney.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone on a spaceship 4D?
Anthony, was it
and
a
we
lot?
show up and it's like the trailer for Super Mario Brothers and the seats just start jerking around violently and water spraying at
I
us.
can't.
And I have one friend with back issues and another friend who has like a shoulder
Like a severe shoulder
injury.
surgery.
And I look at them like, oh, these guys are screwed.
Yeah.
but it wound up being awesome. But you don't need to do that experience. But highly suggest you go see it in the theater. Yeah, it's just it's a hard movie not to like. It's just awesome, feel good movie, but really smart, well done. Gosling's good.
Feel good. I'm here for it.
Feel good sci-fi. You know, they don't make a lot of movies like this.
I'm here
all
for
the time.
it.
Did you cry?
I get a little teary-eyed. Yeah.
Do you compare?
Surprised.
Would you compare it to Armageddon?
God, Independence Day. Armageddon.
I mean, I remember
Do you
loving
think
Armageddon.
I like it as much as I liked Armageddon?
I think you will love this movie, actually.
You got to
Michelle.
see it.
I think you will love this movie.
You guys, I told Anthony earlier I bought tickets 2 days in a row and canceled because other things came up, but I wanted a placeholder. I'm going to see this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a bit long, but it's worth it.
2 hours and 36 minutes. Ryan's told me
That's
73
long.
times. Ryan's attention span doesn't like anything longer than like an hour and a half.
That's long though. 2 hours.
So he loves Anthony's short films.
And also, like, pro tip, like, I bet. Show up like 20 minutes late because you can skip through
I love the
trailers for these.
So do I, but it's 3 hours then. Sure, you're 3 hours there.
But the trailers for movies like this are usually good ones, so you get some good stuff. But anyway, that's my drop like.
Thank you. Luna and I went old school, by the way, and we watched Troop Beverly Hills and the OG Parent Trap, and I have to say both feel good, fill my cup up with joy and happiness.
Never got into Troop Beverly Hills. Worship Parent Trap. The
Michelle,
old one's the
old
best.
one. No,
there's
only
nothing
the old
better.
One.
Let's get together. Yeah. Why don't
the
you and I come by?
The cute dad, Mitch. I mean, Mitch, the cute dad.
Obsessed.
The hot mom.
Obsessed.
The grandpa.
The like Art Deco house.
Everything.
Or whatever.
It is fabulous.
Obsessed.
And I'm sorry,
the
but
camp that I wish I went to.
Yeah, what Camp Inch?
Camp Inch is what it was called.
Yeah, Miss Inch was the like camp founder.
Loved her.
The older lady that
Loved
looks
her.
like Grandma Manos.
100%.
Yeah. So I just shout out, you guys should like millennials, Gen Zers, or no, Gen X. I always forget. Are you X or Z? Gen Xers. Get on the old school movies. They are such a good kind of like nostalgic, make you feel good. Yeah.
Hot tip.
And listening to, I'm thriving now that I'm not on my social media as much, and I'm back to listening to true crime, and it's
cozy.
Giving.
Cozy. You are a different person since the brick's been brought into your life.
I appreciate that.
I feel it. I see it. You're lighter. You're taking in good content.
I am. I'm honestly, I feel like I'm back to
your old self.
Well, I feel like I'm back to using my phone like how it's supposed to be used.
Like a normal person.
Like as a tool, also to call someone, to do a voice message. The other thing is, I have to say that my friends have been sending me 5 to 10 minute long voice messages. And that's my simple joy this week.
Let's hear it.
Are the long voice messages from my friends where
and your family
and you don't leave me any. You left me a 30-second one yesterday for like the first time,
and it was like the greatest pump up of all times.
The one about Stephanie Posey. You actually,
I left you and Anthony a voice message.
I didn't get that.
On Think Tank. Did you guys get that?
I didn't. I'll have to go back and look. I'm so sorry.
It was about us making cool shit.
I gotta go back and listen to it. Sorry.
Well, that explains why. Now what it feels like to be you.
Yeah, sorry. That was an accident. I would never neglect an exciting voice message from someone, but
so good.
I will say dropping someone a voice message is one of the funnest things to receive and give.
Yeah.
And they've turned into stream of thoughts.
Yeah, I really like them.
I'm into it.
It's
a podcast
I'm
for
here
me.
for it.
Like, dump it on me. What's your simple joy this week?
My simple joy of the week is learning that even if I'm thinking that my kids aren't listening to me, they are. Not listening like being obedient. I'm just like taking in the messages that I'm trying to share with them. I question whether it is being absorbed. And I learned recently that they really are listening to the mama's good advice.
Isn't that awesome?
And that is the most simplest joy a mother could ever ask for. God bless.
I don't say that often.
Ever,
after mom died, remember?
You became religious.
Mom died. I was like, God bless you. Yep. I was like, what?
Bless.
We should do an episode on mom's death.
It was
because honestly, it's fucked up. I don't know, but it kind of aligns with me with like the COVID thing. Like Mom died, but I'm like nostalgic for that time because leading up to her death was, I mean, it's a core memory and experience.
Well, it's like a birth, but it's the
is.
reverse, and there's something to it.
And it's one of those things where it's like there's a lot of grief and heaviness, but there's
something beautiful,
some fucked up joy and beautiful because she needed to go.
Yeah, we after the 7 years or however long it was that she lived with dementia, when we got word that it was go time,
it was go time.
We were ready to help her go,
Usher her.
and we were really blessed with a incredible send off.
Yeah, I wonder if this is something our listeners want to hear about. And now
curious.
You guys can let us know. Go to SpeakPipe. All of everything we talked about today, from my sweatshirt to the brick, which discount code the Sister Project. You know we don't push codes.
Yeah,
but
this code we're pushing the shit out of the brick
because and don't use my. I don't care. Don't use my code.
No,
just go or use it. But go get a brick because if you are like me with your phones or you want
better,
just sign up for it. All in the show notes. You guys, please subscribe, please follow, please share our podcast with people, and please leave us reviews because that will make or break if someone presses play or not.
They matter, man.
And last but not least,
stay cozy with